What up? What up? What's going on, Silver Squad? I'm RJ.
I am Jay Hero Harrison. I just was stopping an alien invasion. That's why I flew in.
Uh-huh. And I'm Desiree Geraldine.
And welcome back to the Silver Site. As you can see, we are two down today. Someone is under the weather and someone has plans. So, but fear not. Desiree J and I are here to break down season 2, episode 4, Bags of the Boy. Damn, Gen V is right on the screen. Um, that is my weakness. For some reason, I always refer to it as the boys. I was talking to somebody about it the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, did you watch the boys?" And he's like, "Oh, it's back." And I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" And he's like, "What? You just said the boys?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I meant Gen V." So
Oh,
that's an issue that I got. I don't know. I keep doing it, but yeah, we're here to break down episode 4 of Gen V season 2. So before we get into it, what are you guys' overall thoughts on season 2, episode 4, Bags?
I like it. It makes me want to get into episode 5. So I think it left a great impression.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying every single episode. They have not skipped a beat in this season, so it's intense.
And I think they do a good job this episode of creating, I call it the from effect, to where like you get a little bit more information, but you also get a little more questions that that you need answered. For me, I want to know who Cypher is, what he does, and it just made me more curious about Odessa. Um, he seems like he knows way too much for somebody that doesn't have powers, and then it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thoroughly enjoyed um, this episode. So let me ask you guys this: how did you feel about the opening scene where we saw, what is her name, the newscaster lady, the
Oh,
I
dang
forgot
it.
her name.
Oh, yeah.
firecracker?
Oh,
Firecracker.
Thank
I was
you.
Yeah.
like,
How did you guys feel about Firecracker and her, purposely kind of misgendering and spewing the propaganda? How did you guys feel about that opening scene? Because to me, it spoke heavily on how certain people of political affiliations and stances will try to discredit or just kind of make light of people's identity and attempt to kind of like form a mob against them. So that's kind of what I got out of that opening scene.
This show is definitely reflects a lot of what's going on today and the light of power and how much people are using that to their advantage
Yeah.
and pushing that into the media, pushing that into children's stuff, and it's showing that like these groups are forming,
mhm.
and that it's gonna get dangerous.
It is
Yeah.
dangerous.
That opening scene, it speaks to a lot of what we see in our own reality as far as, the misgendering, the disrespect of people and how they choose to live their lives and how they choose to identify. It shows a lot that TV once again is ahead of its time. Um,
Hmm.
and it's also including a lot of relevant things. And so she's reminiscent of a lot of people that I'm not going to name, but
Yeah.
thought that opening was pretty important because it speaks to the world of Gen V and how relevant it is here in our world today. So,
and
It,
and it's so easy for them to spread fake narratives and
mhm.
have other people spin those fake narratives to back up their fake claims, as we saw Kate was on screen lying again, like she didn't attack me, it was Starlight. So I'm like, bro, I don't like Kate. I'll be real, I don't like Kate at
I
all.
don't either.
I don't.
I don't either. I'm not
And
cutting her no slack.
she
no,
gotta go.
Yeah, no.
yeah,
Everybody was on TikTok like, oh, well, she may have a redeeming arc. And you know what? I don't
Bro,
even care.
I don't
it's
care about
same. I don't give a damn no more. I don't want no redemption arc, no redemption story. Kate, get the hell on.
Kate
Yeah.
did enough damage in the first season, and again, like when it comes to identity in this situation, RJ, I feel like it's
Yeah.
really an important factor that plays into our universe, into our world, because people struggle with that, but also
Yeah.
now people are trying to find a way to dismantle telling people who they are, and they're like, no, you're this one thing because these two things correlate, and these two things only exist, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's but it shows, but it goes back to a reflection of how it shows that the mindset of some people will never change, and then that they will definitely do whatever it takes to make sure that things stay the
Yeah.
way they think they want it to be.
And I think that also speaks true for Kate too, because I feel like she's a perpetual victim. Like
Mhm.
I feel like it's classic like white woman tears or white woman victimhood because Kate is responsible for everything that happened. Everything that she did had consequences, but I feel like she still feels like the victim in some sense, which
Yes.
like actively pisses me off because, and
Yeah,
not saying no way, shape, or form is she the victim, but she's acting like it's a clear cut. You're the victim. She doesn't see any gray in this. She thinks she's the victim.
well, and that's the thing too. Like her empathy, and I feel like her beliefs only go so far because
Mhm.
Yeah,
like she's on the whole other side of belief, but also it's like there's like a path of empathy that people just cannot see past for some reason. I feel like that she's trying to make herself that like the victim or trying
yeah,
to make it seem like, oh, I'm this innocent person, and it's like, no, you didn't. Did you see what you did in season one?
yeah.
Literally.
You're
She's always
terrible.
doing shit. Yeah, she's always doing shit and acting like she's the victim. Um, I don't
Mhm.
know. I'm not a fan of her. Like when now I understand Jordan's perspective when they ended up, regretting the decision to kind of like put it all out there, but I felt like that was I feel like I would have made the same decision to kind of put her out there for protection. But as we can see, that kind of just backfired. Like, so what do you do in this sense? There's no there's no way to protect anything.
No, no. Oh, I'm glad that it is reflecting our current political climate. Yep,
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep. Mhm.
absolutely. But for myself, I wish they stirred away from topics so that I can escape that reality. I get it,
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it. Um,
And the thing with that too me is that like you can't like we do things to escape reality, of course, but like still
Yeah.
there's some concepts there like inklings of like reality in these shows and stuff. But it goes to show that you can't hide from this stuff.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. And that's a good point, Jay. Like the boys does a good job of mirroring our reality. But and I get the escapism, but like you said, sometimes there's no avoiding certain things.
Yeah.
Even in, this has nothing to do with the boys. Damn, Gen V. But like Peacemaker, and I'm not gonna ruin it for you. Peacemaker had
Yeah,
an episode this week where it's like you thinking that, oh, okay, da da da, and then you see like there was a reveal at the end of the episode where I was like, oh well, there goes my escapism because I didn't even know. So I
Yeah.
won't ruin that for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But like
Yeah.
the boys, I'm kind of glad that they've taken this stance on it because it's in your face every episode, which I love. The propaganda, the lying, the
Mhm.
hiding, the behind the scenes sneaky maneuvers. It's like Scandal but with superheroes.
Right.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't have one without the other, unfortunately. Reality
Yeah,
without fantasy and fantasy without reality, or else we wouldn't have anything.
exactly. And there's the thing too is like, well, what kind of story do you want? Do you want a story about bunnies and flowers all day? I don't want to read that.
But that's
yeah,
rooted in reality too, though.
yeah,
Bunnies
Exactly.
and flowers.
yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Kind of tricky.
yeah,
Yeah. So you can't
Yeah.
have one without the other, unfortunately. But that's what makes storytelling beautiful, I think.
yeah.
Being
Mhm.
able to relate it to reality.
Yep.
Even the way they're trying to spin it in the marketing, because when they were in, I think it was Cypher's office, after Jordan had kind of exposed everything, when they called him into Cypher's office,
Hmm.
then they're talking about this is what's going to happen. Y'all are going to fight, and they're going to put it. What did they say? The battle of the genders, or gender versus
Yeah, it
gender
was
bender
a gender
versus
bender
blood
versus
Yeah.
yes.
versus blood bender, and it's funny to me because they have a way that they want to spin this, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Hmm. Yeah, it was nice seeing Seth Reed back though from Bot's
Yeah,
marketing team.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That was so funny. We
They
cracked
gave him more to do. The whole "Can I leave? I definitely should leave" part that
it.
was stinging me.
He's like, so I can leave? Like he's
Right.
just standing there.
Yeah, I appreciated seeing him back.
yeah,
But yeah, just the I don't know. I couldn't imagine having to or being made to go against or fight someone that you love.
yeah.
And then feeling like you
No,
have no choice but to do that. And that's exactly why they felt they needed to turn to Kate because they were desperate.
Yeah. And the thing with Kate, like I know she's suffering from her powers right now because of that situation, but I feel like she's also using that as another way to to like criminalize everyone else and the things that they have done, or to make them look bad, because it's like, well, yeah, I mean, we messed you up. It wasn't on like completely on purpose, but I mean, look at you. You could have done.
But she is trying, I guess, to kind of get into good graces, but they don't trust her, and I wouldn't either, because she's so flip floppy with stuff like that, and she's already proven that her loyalties will, if it comes down to her being safe and her being loyal, she's going to choose herself every time. So I understand when Kate went to Jordan and Marie about kind of figuring out the resistance plan.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't trying to hear it, and I wasn't trying to. I was slamming the door in her face. She wouldn't even made it in.
Right. Yeah. What are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
She's a tattletale.
Literally.
Now, RJ, you know what irritated me was like, well, it didn't like irritate me, but like, how when the signs were being put back up, like with the Starlight signs at the bar, when that woman was working there, because that speedster or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not because of Starlight. Of course, it's like the rebellion, but it's like why are you messing with her like
yeah.
I hated that she was trying to get her in trouble.
The whole thing, like, is the whole Starlight resistance or whatever. I'm curious because I had seen something on TikTok, and of course we won't get political on here because we don't want to, ruin anything. But what do you do after you've put up the signs, after you've yelled, after you've, made your stance known? And I think we're seeing that with the Starlight resistance. They're doing little things that just come across as pranks. And so now we see them kind of trying to get answers, to solve the bigger question. Who is Cypher? What is he doing? What's his motive? What are his goals? What's his power? Yeah, like, and I love that we're getting, a ragtag team of resistance that are trying. Yeah. But I feel like they kind of suck at their job to me.
No, like, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like,
like, are there other heroes available? Like, they're kind of
I don't know. But.
Now, RJ, I want to end Des because when we were watching this, there was the part where we saw, I think it may have been in the last episode before 4, or it might have been in 4, but it was a part where Kate was talking to him in that party or whatever, or when the fight.
Yeah.
And like, I think it was, she saw something in his neck. Was that this episode?
Yeah, that was his episode.
So
yeah.
That wasn't Kate. That
was Marie.
Marie, yeah.
Marie, sorry, yeah, because she was training in the room. That's right. My bad. She was in the training room.
Yeah, that's what caused them to kind of question, like, well, what is his power? Because I didn't sense any compound V, so that's what kind of led the resistance to, like, with that stupid ass plan they had, to kind of figure it out. So there was a training montage of Marie lifting the blood up and picking up was that a cow or something, or a goat, whatever it was.
I think it was a goat.
Was it? Goat, yeah, whatever it was. We kind of saw them, dealing with all of that. How did he trick Marie to thinking that there was no compound V in the system? So what's the greater picture to that?
Well, because I was going to ask you the same thing, because I'm like, I don't know, because I guess he has V in him, but like maybe my theory is that like he has like some kind of device or another part of chemical compound that has been put inside of him that can like counter the V and not like show it.
Oh, like masking the V.
Yeah, like masquerade it, like pretty much like cover it up and make it seem like he's human with no powers.
I mean, maybe something that allows him to pass as a soup, I guess.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I don't know, but
maybe
I think
he has a different form of V that's not in his blood. Maybe it's deeper than his blood. Maybe it's ingrained in his DNA, and that's why she didn't sense it in his blood.
That could very well be. But I mean, the fact that I think within this training, she was allowed to concentrate more on blood, period, like blood cells in general. He was telling her to focus. She was then able to focus on his neck.
Yeah.
You know, I guess and that's what gave it away. But I am more curious about him. I really am. But I think in that moment, finding out why Godolphin University was created, I think that was interesting to hear.
Yeah.
The whole thing was created for Marie to thrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, in the grand scheme of things, sounds stupid because you could have just taken her. And
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
like, you know what your money you spent on this when you could have just
Right,
like
a whole
started a private
university.
tutor?
You got to feed them kids, house those kids.
Scholarships and meetings and but donating the library and like what?
Right. It would have made sense if you were going to, you know, form an army of some sort, but all for her.
Yeah.
And they think that she can become more powerful than Homelander. So that's.
I think she's gonna be the one to take him out. That's because the boys is ending. She's gonna end him, and whatever problems that are left over from the boys are gonna shift over to Gen V. There's no way that she's not taking him out, especially that she can sense Compound V. She's gonna evolve her powers.
Oh, and yet black women are supposed to be resting.
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
And they are doing everybody's work, coming to the rescue.
Right.
Put the cape back on again.
To the rescue.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she probably will end up being the one saving everyone.
Yeah, I think she will.
Yeah.
Especially if it's designed for her. I mean, they want to see her succeed. Most of them aren't going to try to take her out unless change their mind or something. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it was made for her. I think the goal was to develop special kind of suit. Okay.
What she just happens to become. Interesting.
Yeah. Or not. I won't say this just so happens to become. I feel like because there were other babies that didn't make it through Odessa, so I feel like they were searching. Well, I guess in a way that's the same thing because she just so happened to be the one to survive. Yeah. So you're right.
Yeah, no, definitely. What did you guys think about their plan as far as getting him to confess that he was a human?
It was so stupid.
Like it was like trial and error because I hated that they I mean I like the setup. I mean the storytelling is great. I want to say that, but I hated that. I thought the second plan may have worked, but I feel like that he was eventually going to be I feel like he has some kind of sense.
Yeah, which it's like you guys should be way smarter than blackmail. They really thought they could blackmail him. That was the first one.
Like as you can see, they don't care. Like Jordan literally put their secret out there. They found a way to cover it up. Blackmail wasn't going to work. This plan was equivalent to two children in a trench coat sitting on top of the shoulders, going to buy a rated R movie ticket. Like that's how stupid with the fake mustache on. That's how stupid this plan was. It was never going to work. So dumb. Like, how did y'all get into college? Like, it didn't make no sense.
Y'all put Emma. Well, Emma put herself in danger, but that could have ended up really.
Yeah.
That toilet scene.
My God, man.
Flag on the play.
Yeah.
Listen, I was talking to my friend. I was talking to him today. I was like, I cannot watch The Boys and eat because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, damn, Gen V, The Boys, same thing. You cannot.
It's really the same thing. RJ, at this point, it's the same thing. Because you know what, man? Look, you saw the text that I put. There's a lot of butt stuff in here. And I'm gonna there's stuff where look, it has nothing to do with people can kiss and have it intercourse stuff. That's fine. But I don't want to see your butt get stretched
most
out.
wildest stuff. Yes.
I don't want to see you get stretched out or something comes in and out of you.
Not stretched out.
Not necessary. It's graphic.
I'm starting to see a theme here. Like The Boys was all blood. Gen V's about butts. What's gonna happen next?
When he sat on the toilet, I'm like, come on. Why do we have to see that?
I was like, girl, you better get out of there and find a way.
No, he was about to doodle on her. But also that plan was stupid too. That was the only way you could get in there unseen. They would have been better off folding a piece of paper into a paper plane and throwing it through the window.
Exactly. And RJ, my thing is
stupid.
RJ, my thing is too is like, okay, you are tinier than an ant. Like you can just squeeze
Yes.
through a crack or something.
Thank you.
You want to go through a toilet? That's torture.
That was the stupidest plan.
Yeah, she should have just hidden in like Kate's hair or something. I don't know.
Or something.
Yeah, you could have did that.
Yeah, all that for what? For him to find out? For him to already know what you're? Oh, I can see them, or I see that you have a mic there. Like really?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
I can do it.
fine. What's interesting though is we find out, because this episode is pretty fast, but we find out during the fight with Marie and Jordan what Cypher kind of does. I don't know if you guys picked up on it.
Is he like a hero jumper or like a jumper or whatever? Puppet
Like
master kind of?
Like a puppeteer, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Go ahead. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of controlling Jordan in that fight, which is why Marie's like, "What are you doing?" You know.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I want to see more of what he does, but yeah, I would probably call him like a puppeteer of some sort.
And what's so funny about that was like Kate thought she was a badass. She thought she cooked him when she was like, yeah, because it was no human.
Yeah.
What's up? We know. And if you want to know, we can keep this between me and you. If you can do what we tell you to do. Like she thought she was eating that man up, and he was like, I don't have any powers.
Right.
RJ, he was like, my man was like, hey, how's that camera angle? Is
right. It's my good side.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that scared me when he was like, yeah,
Me
but
too.
the angle is, and I'm like, oh no.
I was like, oh,
he knows.
My God.
Didn't even flinch while also still engaging in the fight. That dude is.
So what that tells me is he tried to take a shit on Emma on purpose because he
probably knew she was. Like it's acting nonchalant. He just be acting nonchalant for fun at this point.
Yeah, because I was like, wait a minute. Like, don't get me wrong. I've had to go to the bathroom, but I've never had to shit that bad that I cut somebody off in the middle of a sentence. Like, hold up, gotta shit. You know? Like he did that on purpose because he knew she was in the toilet.
Right. It's almost like he's just all knowing at this point. What she had to tell him didn't matter. Word, watch this.
Yeah, word. Oh, yeah.
Watch this.
Exactly.
But I think Des brought up a good point too.
Yeah.
She mentioned that like he kind of like sees things before they happen. So I feel like with him being like this, I feel like puppeteer, controlling people. I feel like there's some kind of like mind reading thing that goes like mixed in with that. Because like, how are you like so far ahead of everyone, or like how do you know where like things play out?
He got friends on the other side.
Somebody had said that they think that his father is the one that's controlling him from the little thing. And so they think that because they said there was a split second when Cypher went to control Marie, where you saw Cypher kind of go like, whatever, and it looked like he loosed whatever control he had over Cypher and it started controlling Marie. So I think that Cypher is willing to let his father live through him and kind of control him, which is why he's kind of keeping his dad alive. So that's the theory that one of my friends was saying too.
That's interesting.
Do you think he can jump into minds?
I think he can from wherever he's at. He's still alive because he opened his eyes. So I feel like he's still in control of his power. He just don't have the body, and so he uses his son Cypher's body to because he was part of it. Wasn't he part of the experiments too, or did he blow up too, or something like that?
I think he was, if I'm not mistaken.
So that would make sense that he wants to see it through with Marie. Odessa, the Project Odessa. So he's using his son's body to kind of continue his work with, researching and evolving powers.
From a hyperbolic chamber.
Chamber.
Crazy. Like, don't you just want to rest in peace, sir?
I know. Don't you want to rest at this point? Like, how much more redemption do you need?
He wants to take doo-doos on people, like from the hyperbolic chamber. Like,
that was insane.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Love this episode.
Great episode.
Yeah, I did too. I think it was a good episode overall. So it ended with Marie and Jordan fighting, which is a pretty decent, average, not really exciting fight.
Yeah.
But then Marie won via, I guess she was about to kill Jordan or whatever, and then Jordan came to because Cypher released control over her,
Mhm.
and Marie kind of just dropped her to the floor, and that was the end of it. And we kind of had a Kate did a stare off with Cypher and Marie to Cypher, and it was just kind of intense in the music. And then the scene cut, and then that was the end of the episode. But
Which thank
overall,
God, though, because I
yeah,
didn't want to curse Jordan. I was so nervous.
Yeah, we were both nervous because at first when she was getting lifted up in the air, we were like, "Please don't pop her, please don't." And then like, let her
oh
down. I was like,
yeah. I think they were gonna pop her. Yeah, because Gen V loves graphic stuff like that. I thought they was gonna pop her.
me too.
Mhm.
So we were worried, but thank goodness.
But it was good though. It was the right amount of like keeping you on edge and stuff like that. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I won't say this episode was great, because like I said, this is why the live is so short because it was uneventful.
Yeah.
We didn't really get a lot. We had a little bit more questions. We kind of saw a glimpse of what Cypher can do. So I'll say my rating for this episode, I gotta give it a smooth like 6, but not a bad 6, but like an uneventful 6.
Yeah, I give
A
it a
setup
7.
6. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I give it a 7.
I give it like a 7.6.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So overall, was not a bad episode. It just wasn't very eventful, but I did enjoy it. Now, what I am gonna enjoy is this discussion we're gonna have next Sunday about Marvel Zombies. We are gonna hold off on doing it till we all can talk about it because we want Gerald wanted to be here, so we're gonna wait until we can all talk about it. So if y'all are not doing anything this week, please watch Marvel Zombies because Sunday, in addition to covering the boys, we're also going to go live and cover Marvel Zombies. Not sure it's going to be Sunday, but anyway, stay tuned. We'll have to work that out in the chat, see when everybody's free, if we can do double. But
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Hit like, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. This way, you can stay up to date with all of our videos and things like that. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about episode 4 of the episode 4 of Gen V bags.
It's the same thing at this point.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's butt stuff and nudity. Same show. But let us know what you thought about that in the comment section below. Later days.
Nice and simple.